Welcome, everybody. Normally, I do my movie reviews on my other channel, the Hidden Spotlight Treasures channel, but this movie we're about ready to talk about today is such a masterpiece of political ridiculousness. I mean, I had to share this with you. This review is special. So again, I'm going to share this review with all you normal folks out there. Well, I mean, I hope you guys are normal. I would hate to have abnormal dickheads roaming the precious YouTube terrain. Anyhow, back to the word ridiculous. Yes, I don't know how many times I will say that word in this review, but I promise you we will count them together. Now, when I say the movie is ridiculous, I say it in a good way. That politicians are ridiculous, corporations are ridiculous, TV talking heads are ridiculous, female presidents are ridiculous. Presidents bringing their children into the Oval Office to work is ridiculous. I mean, this movie has a way of putting it in your face. Of course, I'm talking about the morons in charge today are ridiculous. And we're just getting started here. I hate to say it, but it took a multi-million-dollar Hollywood movie to help people see the joke. And the joke is politicians and corporations and flunkies. Now, this movie cost $75 million to make. Of course, we're also talking about, this is a black comedy. The name of the movie is called Don't Look Up. It actually came out at the end of 2021, December, but now it's streaming on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix. It set a new record on Netflix, of course, for the most viewing hours in a single week. And again, the budget was $75 million. How much will Netflix make off this movie? Well, that's strictly top secret and on a need-to-know basis only. Now, the movie has an all-star cast. I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I like Jennifer Lawrence. I'm not a big fan of Meryl Streep, but she is she's perfect in this role as a shallow female commander-in-chief. And I'm also not a fan of Jonah Hill, but he makes a good male Ivanka Trump moron. The president bringing his daughter into the White House. Well, we know who that was many years ago. But now this movie, the female Madam President brings her son into the White House. Again, a spoof on Ivanka Trump. Ariana Grande is in the movie. I like Grande because she is so cute. Okay, anyhow. I like the silly racist comments that the Ron Perlman character makes, and then everybody says, "Oh, he comes from a different generation." Us old people, I guess we talk different than the new people. Anyhow, Ron Perlman has a nice little cameo appearance there. It's hard to believe, but I started making videos about 8 years ago, and I've been bashing blood-sucking politicians and evil corporations for at least 7 years now. And now it's going mainstream in Hollywood. This Hollywood movie. Sooner or later, what it tells you, sooner or later, everybody finally gets it. It's just too bad that Hollywood finally gets it after China has already taken the throne. They do talk about AI in here. Artificial intelligence, algorithms. AI is the foundation that the corporations build their ridiculous agenda on. The movie touches on that. Evil corporations pulling politicians' puppet strings. It's ridiculous. Also, but I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. And I guess Hollywood comedies, they're allowed to talk about this type of stuff. Well, this is a good time to mention that this comet in the movie, the comet's coming and it's going to destroy the planet. The comet is really just a metaphor for the America Rome falling to the passive-aggressive new leader, which is China. From the ashes of America will rise a new leader. And again, that new leader will be China. I mean, you can only make so many bad decisions before the crushing sledgehammer of consequences pow drives you into oblivion. I mean, that's not in the movie, but talk about real life reality. I mean, how did we let these morons get in charge and destroy our empire? I mean, how did it happen? Okay. In the movie, we'll talk about our first in your face ridiculous item, the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Yeah, it's really a real thing. Talk about a waste of taxpayers' money. Our next ridiculous moment is the female in the Oval Office keeps the heroes of the movie waiting all day in the waiting room. So they have to wait till the next day to tell the president the world is ending by a comet. A comet is coming. And a 3-star general gets free snacks in the snack room, and he brings the snacks and the water to the heroes, and he then charges our heroes $20 for each snack. I mean, he pulls off a petty scam with a straight face. But it all goes hand in hand with the theme of the movie, the government ripping off the little people. Now, our next ridiculous moment comes when our heroes finally get to go into the Oval Office and tell Her Highness that the world is ending. The comet is coming and the world is ending. And they show us, the movie producers, directors, blah, 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 blah. They show us her photos on her desk, hugging Bill Clinton, shoving that Madam President bullshit down our throats. Did I say ridiculous, 14 times? Now, remember, in this review, we're using that word as a positive. Positive, yes, shining light on our idiotic leaders leading us over the cliff. Now, anyhow, our next ridiculous moment comes when the CEO of Bash, the evil corporation, he makes his entrance. Please avoid direct eye contact, sudden movements, coughing, or negative facial expressions. Welcome, Peter Isherwell, the king of the snowflakes and the puppet master over the Madam President. Oh man, he's a joke. So now at this point, ridiculous is an understatement. Okay, now we're coming to my favorite scene. It is when we have 24, not 5 or 6, but like 24 ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles chasing behind a 40-year-old space shuttle. I mean, talk about ridiculous on steroids. Oh, man. Again, how did we let these morons get in charge and destroy us? And at least one fact of reality raises its ugly head, how China has bought up all the mines, and what have we done with all our misallocated assets? So don't get me started. So we're coming to the end, and we have to close this review down. But not after I mention how the evil corporate founder informs us that the AI algorithm can predict how you will die. And he says, your death was so unremarkable and boring, and you're going to die alone. Well, I do think you're going to enjoy this movie. I really do think you will. Now, I got to mention this. Cate Blanchett. I really like this actress. She's 52 years old, and she's aging well, I must say. And she nails this part she's in as the nympho TV talking head reporter lush of a sweetheart who is horny on anything new and exciting. It's a good character for her, and especially at 52, like I said, she's aging very, very well, like fine wine, if I may say so myself. It really was nice to see a movie with an all-star cast, a lot of, people who really know what they're doing. And back to that algorithm, the predicting how you were going to die. I'm not going to spoil the movie for you, but there's a animal or a word in the movie called Prontorok. Bronterock. Yeah, Bronterock. It's like a new word they just made up. And the algorithm predicts that one of the politicians is going to die by a Bronterock. And anyhow, it's too bad the planet doesn't have any Bronterocks to save us from the blood-sucking people in power. Anyhow, I give this movie 8 Bravos out of 10. I really like this movie. And can you say the word Bronterock? Okay, see you later.